Like and subscribe right now, or else this will be in your bed tonight. r/AskReddit by Planet Reddit. What item is acceptable to buy in small amounts, but seems creepy to buy a lot of? When I apprenticed in a tattoo shop, I had to buy supplies. I'd go to the dollar store and end up in the checkout line with 20 jars of Vaseline, 20 packs of disposable razors, and a bunch of rubbing alcohol. People must have thought I was doing some seriously freaky shit. No rubber bands though. Cough syrup. My friend is severely brain damaged after years of abuse. For each plateau, wait a week before tripping again. Better yet, don't ducking do it. His bladder is damaged and he can no longer become erect or have an orgasm. Last time I saw him was when I kicked him out via ambulance for roading. Yep. A guy I knew from high school has been doing it daily for over a year now. He's insanely ducked health-wise. And mentally. I've rob-tripped maybe 10 times total. And it was fun and safe, but yeah. 1 week per plateau. Cats at an animal shelter. Which one would you like to adopt? All of them. So apparently where I am, you have to apply with the number of pets you already own. So that you aren't just buying up tons of cats and neglecting them. In some areas there's a problem with people who run illegal dog fighting rings adopting cats to throw to the dogs. Yeah. Wedding rings. A kiss begins with K. I love you. K. Coffee filters. I was driving home after catching a long flight from the other side of the country. Wife had told me we were out of coffee filters. Stopped by Walmart and they had none. Asked person at store and they said someone had come in and bought all of them. Lady standing next to me wondered out loud if they were doing crafts of some sort. I said prob not. Prob cooking method need to filter stuff. Walmart manager looked at me and shook his head in agreement and made a statement that he thought the same thing when they picked them all up cause they had the look. Can't a guy brew 5,000 pots of coffee without people spreading rumors? Also, you are out of Sudafed. My dad is the whitest, most normal 70+ year old you can imagine. He and my mom tried to buy a bunch of bleach because it was on a really good sale. And they almost didn't let him. Personal lubricant. I'm imagining a 55-gallon drum which is pressurized and has some type of spray nozzle attachment which is being rolled out of a Sam's Club on a dolly of some kind. Yeah. That actually exists. Lie. Yeah. Us soap makers get some funny looks at times. Yeah. Go to avoid that blue mind control soap Hydra makes. Hello. You sell Nazi replica uniforms? Can I order 10,000? To be honest, it's the other way around. Order 1,000 and you're probably a World War II historical reenactment group. Order just 1 or 2 and you're up to no good. I think the people who make Nazi uniforms probably don't judge. Razor blades. Once bought 1,000 pack of razors. Anyone I mentioned it to was completely alarmed. Worried about my mental health. Blah blah blah. Honestly, I did it because it was $10.15. I think they had a typo on the price or something. Because when I bought them before it was usually around $15 for 100. I'm still going through them. Don't you only need one to kill yourself? Did they think you were gonna super kill yourself or do some death by 1,000 cuts thing? Prepaid cell phones. Real talk. Does anyone who is not a drug dealer ever use these? Of course they do. Source. I'm a hitman. Cocoa butter / shea butter. Have a co-worker that buys his wife a tub of shea butter every single Friday. I imagine their house is filled with tubs of shea butter. Edit. Wow, thanks for the gold, mysterious redditor. Is she black? A lot of black people like shea butter because it keeps their skin from getting ashy. I believe he told me his wife puts it in her hair. They're both white. Kitty litter. Like. Lots and lots of kitty litter. With a smug grimace while you buy it. You are either making napalm or hella lonely. Or you're using it to clean up nuclear waste, which isn't really much better. It's not uncommon to use kitty litter in industrial quantities for liquid cleanup. Granted, that form isn't quite so finely granulated. Sudafed. Matches. Stay out of my territory. From personal experience. Wear extensions. You get a lot of funny looks when you walk up to the cash with 6 bags full of hair extension kits. Especially because I'm a guy with short hair. Enemas. I've heard of people giving an enema coupon as gifts. And of family members going together to get them. None of these things are okay. With friends like these. Who needs enemas? Hope I'm not too late for this, but I got one. Douche. I once had to buy multiple bottles at the CVS. Like 10. Everyone stared at me and some even kind of shook their heads. Bought them because my dog loves skunks. Not like I want to get them kind of love. But in love with them. She liked cats too but was obsessed with skunks. This led to her getting sprayed 3 times one summer. I tried everything to get the smell out and the only thing that worked was douche. Summer's Eve, I believe. My Little Pony toys. What kind of toys? Asking the right questions. Tiny Ziploc bags. I'm enjoying the mental image of someone buying just one tiny Ziploc bag. You shouldn't. It's really fucking depressing. I've seen them for sale individually in liquor stores, bodegas and really shitty neighborhoods. They'll usually have them packed in small bundles and then stapled or taped to a printed cardboard holder that's kept on the wall or below the counter. Usually in the same part of the store that has rolling papers, torch rose stem pipes and other paraphernalia. They usually charge some ridiculous price for them. Too. Like 25-50 cents each. Or 3 or so for $1. The profit margin on that has to be enormous since you can get like 1,000 of them for $5-10 on Amazon. Hemorrhoid cream. Speak for yourself. Condoms. I had a cashier giggle at me when I got a box of 50. These seem suspicious. I've never seen a cashier who wasn't dead inside. Infant-sized coffins. I also have a 50cm dong. Instant edit. I read that as infant-sized condoms. No wonder the kids are dead, I guess. Cleaning products, bleach, stain remover, etc. When bleach is on sale, my husband says it's on serial killer special. My roommate for some reason will always buy 2 cartons of toilet paper every month. And everyone in the bus OTW back home will give him a weird look like what is he going to do with that much toilet paper. Edit. By carton I meant a pack of 48 rolls. But then again, why wouldn't you buy toilet paper in bulk? When I see someone buying a tiny 2-roll pack I wonder who they are trying to fool. You only need 2 rolls of toilet paper because you are trying to quit? About once a year I go on Groupon and bulk buy a loo roll. Costs about £35.40 for 150 rolls. The ones I got are super soft with aloe vera. Duct tape. Worked on a race car where we needed it. A lot. We got a sponsor at one point that paid us in duct tape. Every season a box would show up with 100 rolls of duct tape. In all of the flavors. I also call varieties flavors if that makes you feel better. X. I found a new flavor of laundry detergent. Live parakeets. Children's undergarments. I rented a basement apartment from a couple that I knew that had 4 kids all under 10. I would watch over these kids on occasion and basically became like an uncle to them. Come Christmas time, I asked their parents, landlords, what the kids needed or wanted and that I would pick something up for each of them. Of course. Socks and underwear. The 2 boys I had no problem picking up. Something with superheroes or Transformers worked. It was the 2 girls that made me feel a little embarrassed. Some 20-something-year-old, scraggly looking dude buying little girl underwear? Yeah. It sucked. Thankfully. With help from a phone call with their mom. She helped me through it. Made it less awkward. 2. Kids got something they needed and I threw in a couple of movies from the $5 bin so all was well. Damn. I miss those kids. I enjoyed your story. And I'm sure those kids miss you even more. Vaseline. Hydrofluoric acid. And large plastic tubs, but not ones made of polytetrafluoroethylene. Does it in the tub anyway? Dolls. Buy 1 or 2 dolls. It's sweet. Buy 200 dolls. People start to look at you funny. Fertilizer. Buy a small amount and people assume it's for your garden. Buy a lot of it. And people assume the only thing homegrown about your garden is the terrorist who looks after it. Bin liners. Fertilizers. Apparently a shopping cart full of milk and cereal. How else am I supposed to take a bath? Butane tanks. Buy a few. And you're going camping. Buy a few dozen and you're extracting THC. Bleach. Containers of gasoline and boxes of matches. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for 3 videos a day.